tutti ragazzi, oggi altro video da New York City, altro video nel quale vi porto in uno dei miei negozi di dischi preferiti. Siamo nella parte sud di Manhattan, tra la seconda e la decima, non li dovreste vedere i numeri, se non li vedete fidatevi. E praticamente c'è questo negozio che è veramente una primizia, perché si chiama il Limited To One e il nome dice praticamente tutto. Non è un negozio al quale siete abituati o si è abituati. Io ci sono già stato, ma è piuttosto particolare perché è una specie di basement, si trova a piano seminterrato e è praticamente tutto si sviluppa in una stanza dove ci sono praticamente solo dischi in edizione limitata. Infatti da qui il nome Limited To One. Quindi qual è un po' l'obiettivo del negozio? È quello di portare alla clientela dei dischi in edizione molto limitata che altrimenti sarebbe molta fatica a trovare, e lui in qualche modo si fa la sbatta per te perché ti riesce a trovare queste edizioni e te le puoi trovare appunto al Limited To One. Come vedi dalla strada c'è un'indicazione qua all'albero che dice Records e praticamente si va qua sotto al negozio. Adesso dovremo fare anche due chiacchiere col proprietario che l'ho contattato prima per se eravamo conosciuti e così magari gli chiediamo qualcosa del negozio. Bella ragazza. Hello.
Hey buddy, how are you?
Very good. Here we are with Christian from Limited To One Records in New York City.
Hello.
Great record store. What's the concept about this store? Because Limited To One is say it all about, because you only search for limited music, limited vinyl, limited records for a specific target.
Yeah. The idea is to find a lot of rare current music, whether that be like indie or punk or hardcore or more niche stuff, but we wanted to focus on like the last 30 years because a lot of record shops that carry secondhand stuff don't focus on like the last 30 years. You know, a lot of shops you'll go to will have like 60s and 70s music, but not a lot of like current stuff. So that was one of the ideas, is to have focused on a little bit more contemporary music. On top of that, we also do these OB strips, which is here. So essentially what it is it's an easier way to shop. It has all the information, the pressing information, and I'll grade all the records. I'll grade the sleeve and I'll grade the actual vinyl. This way you don't have to pull each record out to take a look. You don't have to see what color it is, because if you're looking for a specific pressing, it'll have all that information on there.
So there's a lot of before you
Exactly.
you put
Before I
out,
put the record
before
out.
the record out. Okay.
But it was only a problem when we first started, because when we first started we had to do like 3,000 records, but now we just do it as they come in. So every like few days I'll do like another 10 or 20 records. As records come in, I'll fill them out and do it. And I tell people they can either hold on to them or throw them out or whatever, but it just keeps it easier for us to know what we had, and it helps me understand the inventory, because I'm the only person who knows every record that's in here for the most part. So it's because we handwrite a lot of the OB strips out.
What's your typical customer in this record shop? Because maybe what I think is most collector.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's, it's like maybe 40% collector, and then like the other, there's like two other 20%. 20% of just like walk by traffic, tourists, or people who are just interested in it, and then there's another 20% that are like maybe newer, younger kids who just get into it. But the collectors are like, they're like people who really care about collecting variants or looking for specific artists. They want to find something cool and something that they don't see at other stores. You know, like we do test presses here. We do like different variants. We really only will carry something if it's a limited press. Well, that's why it's called limited to one, because we really like, we're not going to ever be able to compete with Amazon. Like that just doesn't exist. So we don't carry new vinyl because of that reason. Like new, like sealed and like black, you know, but like we'll carry any record that's pressed in limited quantities.
You also do the job for some collector, maybe he wants a specific edition of a record, and you can find for them.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I think the idea of, or the best idea of a record store is for you to go in there and the person behind the counter knows your taste. So like when I have my regulars come in, I kind of know what they like. So if I have something, I can make suggestions to them. I go, oh yeah, oh we just got this in, I think you'd love it, you know, and that's like the best community to grow, is to like, you guys all know each other's taste. And when I opened up the shop, there were like really small like subgenres that I didn't think a lot of people loved, but I did. And then I realized that a lot of people do love it, but they're all spread out over the country, you know. So like, you know, like I love like really early like Midwest emo, but like like not like the big ones, but like obscure. Like I love like Boy's Life and Mineral and even deeper than that, you know, like a lot of early screamo, you know, and a lot of like early punk. So like I didn't think that there was going to be a huge interest in that, but there is, because a lot of people feel like there hasn't really been any stores that focus on that stuff too, you know. So like just the idea that we have like an emo section, you know, that we like focus on screamo. I always have screamo. I'm listening to one right now, you know, like
what's the listening like right now?
This is a split record, a 4-way split. It's between Hawick, Joliet, Our Futures in Absolute Shadow, Islet, L, and Burial Etiquette. Wow. And if you want to hear just briefly what it sounds like, it sounds like this. Oh wait, hold on.
Probably we have some copyright problem.
Just 1 second. So you get an idea.
Perfect.
You know, so, and we've also recently been doing some store exclusives. So we do records that you can only get here. Okay.
You are like
not a label though.
Not a label, but
no.
a record.
Well, like, okay, so here's two good examples. So like,
so you have
we do two different kinds of store exclusives.
You have the deal with the label?
Yeah, we'll deal with the label or the band, and they'll give us like X amount of a pressing. And they'll say, like, this one is like a female fronted pop punk, like Tsunami Bomb or something like that. But what we got, instead of doing a special cover, we got 50 records. We got
limited to 50.
This is the only place to get this pressing. Plus, on the labels, it says limited to one, like our shop, and then it's numbered. Number 8 out of 50.
5.
Yeah. This one is an older one that we did, but this one is like a Long Island hardcore band. And what we did was we did a special cover. So this is what the regular record looks like, and then this sleeve is only available. It's limited out of 30.
30 copies.
This was overrun actually, so this is a crossed out, but normally it's just out of 30. Occasionally we'll have like 1 or 2 extras. We just did that, and then we did this one too, which I love. This is a Reversal of Man. This is a hand-painted cover. This record is so heavy. So that's the normal record. This is what our special cover. This is hand-painted, and it's numbered.
Hand-painted?
Yeah, hand-painted. Wow. And this one's out of 50. These sold out almost immediately because this is their entire discography.
You also sell by mail or only from the shop?
Occasionally. Our thought is this.
Because I guess a lot of people from worldwide see the stuff you have inside here, and maybe they want to buy.
So our general thought is this. We don't do mail order like everything. What I always allow my regulars to get first crack at stuff. So if I, like, let's say we just got this record in, just if this was any record, I'd post it on Instagram. If it didn't sell in 3 or 4 days, then I would say, if somebody messaged me, I'd mail order it to them. But as long as my regulars have first swing, then anything after that, I'll mail order. So generally, I just like to make sure that my locals are happy. That's all. Because no one likes to run down to a record store and have that record that you ran down for gone already because you promised it to someone who doesn't even live local, you know? Okay. That's not very fair. So.
In your opinion, a shop like that, for me, only makes sense in New York City or in a big city like that. Maybe in Europe, in Berlin or London.
I don't know. There are a few shops on the East Coast that are doing similar stuff to what we're doing. There's one up near Boston called Wanna Hear It. Wanna Hear It. Okay. WANNA. Wanna Hear It. And they do pretty similar stuff. They do carry new music, but they have a big focus on old hardcore punk and emo stuff. There's a new place in Atlanta called Disorder, which is great. A place in Jacksonville, Florida called Tiger. And then maybe there's like some shops that are a little bit more punk, like just focus on punk. Like Richmond has Vinyl Conflict, which is amazing, which is like a great punk hardcore shop. And then there's one in Baltimore called Celebrated Summer, which is also a really good shop for like a little bit more focus on like DIY punk, hardcore, and other indie stuff.
What's a particular record you are proud to have here? I guess a lot, but when you sell, you say, wow, I had a little record here.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some big ones. We had like Minor Threat, In My Eyes on Red. We've had like 3 or 4 copies of that. We're happy to we have a lot of like Quicksand and Gorilla Biscuits. I'm like a big fan, and the lead singer is friendly with the shop, so it's cool to always have his stuff in the shop. I'm really been very proud about just like the records we've been helping out with. Like that Reversal Man is really great because I'm a fan of that band also. To like be able to be involved in a record of a band that I love is really cool. And the other thing we like to do is we like to do artist collaborations. So you can show them like our new tote and our T-shirts, our different artists. Here, I'll show you better. So this is a guy that I met on the internet. I just loved his artwork. See? And then this shirt is an artist that we work with all the time. He does like all of our graphic art. This poster was done by a guy named Daniel Danger. He's like a pretty famous illustrator. He did this for the shop. It even has our little logo down here. And then these two, in fact, actually all 3 of these are all different artists that we worked with. We had shirts made of this one and this one. And then we did a print a long time ago. That was, I think we made 10 of these with a tattoo artist. So we just like to work with artists locally just to do collaborations or to just sell their art or whatever,
Last question. I guess there is a lot of work behind all the part. You have to find the record. It takes, I guess, a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time and energy for sure.
Yeah.
The good thing is...
So, selling is just, I guess, a small part of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I have to find the records. The one good thing is that people know about the shop now. So when people know that they sell me something, they know it's going to go into the hands of someone who's really excited about it. And I think that's what, like, if I was to sell my records to someone, I want to make sure that someone who gets it gets really excited. You know what I mean? And people know that if they sell records to the shop, they're going to end up in the hands of people who really get really amped about stuff, So that's so it's good that people bring us stuff now. We don't have to search it out quite as much. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Please visit. Come and say hello.
Okay. Oh bella ragazzi, sono il camp del futuro rispetto a quello che avete visto nel video. Sono anche tagliato la barba. Figo, Limited To One. Mi è piaciuto proprio parecchio come negozio e ho anche comperato forte. Infatti, dopo aver fatto l'intervista con Chris, avevo addocchiato un pezzo e mi ha fatto una proposta che non potevo rifiutare. Quindi ragazzi, al Limited To One, questa è la loro sportina che tra l'altro fa vedere anche nel video, mi sono preso niente po' di meno che uno dei miei grail in assoluto. Provo ad aprirlo senza fare un casino e dai, ce la faccio. Signore e signori, il box set con la discografia dei No Use for a Name. Eccolo qua, pesa veramente un botto e c'è tutto dentro e naturalmente gli farò un video dedicato. Un bel mattone, una bella mattonella, ma era veramente ad un prezzo molto interessante. All'interno ci sono 14 LP più un 12 pollici inedito e 2 singoli bonus. Dai, comunque farò una puntata dedicata. Il prezzo era ottimo, alla fine l'ho pagato sotto il prezzo di retail, condizione come vedete qua era near mint, ma semplicemente per il fatto che la scatola era aperta ma tutti i dischi all'interno sono sigillati, quindi molto bene. Spero vi sia piaciuto questo video su Limited To One, l'intervista in inglese ma penso sia capito molto chiaramente quello che ha detto Chris, negozio assolutamente unico. Quanto a noi ragazzi ci vediamo molto presto e uno dei prossimi video sarà appunto il box set dei No Use. A presto ragazzi, ciao!